Hello, everyone, and thanks for watching the preview show delivered by FedEx. I'm your host, Jonathan Merryman, joined by Chris Rice of Call It Racing. Chris had a nice off weekend in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, but man, oh man, we cannot not talk about Kyle Busch sweeping all three series at Bristol. It's the second time he's done it, only the second time in history anybody's done it, so that's a big deal.
That's history making. Kyle Busch was awesome at Bristol. I feel Kyle Busch is, man, he's on top of his game right now, and he's going to show everyone in the playoffs that he is awesome, that team is awesome. It's exciting to watch.
All right, let's move to Darlington, and for old guys like you, this is a special weekend because all of the throwbacks, I'm just kidding, of course. It's really cool to see all of these guys throwing back, and I think we're doing from 1985 to 1989, so going to be a lot of cool paint schemes on track for one of the most unique weekends in all of NASCAR.
It definitely is, and it has hit everywhere. I feel that every racing has went to old school racing, so I love our paint scheme. I love all the paint schemes, the Jeff Gordon paint schemes, the Bill Elliott paint schemes, the Darrell Waltrip paint schemes. I love them all because that's what made racing. Kudos to NASCAR, to Darlington, everybody that does it. It's an awesome weekend for NASCAR.
Now, Toyota has owned this track the past 2 years. Carl Edwards winning in 2015, Martin Truex Jr. winning last year. So who's going to be the car to beat in that Toyota stable, because you know it's a night race, and Cole Pearn and Martin Truex Jr. tend to own those?
I'm laughing so hard because we just talked about Kyle Busch. Now we're talking about Toyota owning Darlington. So Kyle Busch can be super strong there, but that wall will sneak up on you really fast at Darlington. So you can't get too close, but you can't be too far away from it. So you have to focus all night at Darlington.
All right, we have this race and then Richmond next weekend. So that means that the bubble spots are getting tinier and tinier and tinier. That margin of error is shrinking for a lot of these guys, like Clint Boyer, like Joey Logano. Matt Kenseth has to do all he can to keep himself in. So who's got the best shot to secure their spot in the playoffs from outside that bubble line, and how hard is it going to be for a guy like Matt Kenseth to make sure he stays in?
I'm still on Clint Boyer. I feel Clint Boyer is your best bet to stay in the playoffs. They're doing what they need to do. They've had some bad luck or some things haven't went their way, but Clint Boyer is my guy. I feel he gets in at Richmond. You have stage points. You have a lot of things that can happen, can change the outcome of who's in the playoffs, and I'm telling you, I'm excited to see who makes it.
All right, who are you taking to Darlington?
Well, that's easy. I'm going with Martin Truex Jr. and his Toyota is who I like. I feel that group will, I mean, that's where they won their first race, everyone. That's not just a secret. They won it with Regan Smith, and I feel he will be the guy to beat on Sunday night. All
right, I think you're onto something with Furniture Row Racing, but I'm going to take the car with the yellow stripes on the back. Eric Jones gets his first Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series win this weekend. Write it down. I said it first. All right, now where you can catch all of the racing action this weekend. It's the Bojangles Southern 500 Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on NBCSN. Darlington, always a fan favorite. All of those throwback paint schemes out there on the track. You're not going to want to miss it. Make sure you log on to NASCAR.com for everything Southern 500.